G'day, Steeler Nation. Welcome back to Steelers Nation Australia. We're one day away from training camp. We're here. We're here. And also today, guys, as you guys know, I'm 9 hours behind the news, so I sleep through pretty much everything. When I go to bed at 11 p.m., it's your American morning. It's about, I think, 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. or something like that. So I miss everything. So, over the course of the day in America, it's finally happened. Joey Porter Jr. has signed to the Pittsburgh Steelers. He signed his rookie deal. Now, I did see in my Discord as well from Gene, so thanks, Gene, mate. But I also saw on the internet that I think Joey Porter Jr. has signed $9.6 million in a 4-year contract, right? That's pretty cool to see. But we have here per Michael Boley, the Steelers. I think it's going around town. I think it's happened. It's legit. It's for real. Have agreed to terms. The rookie Joey Porter Jr. All players on the teams with class have now been signed. So that is excellent news. No holdout, no speculation, no worries, no drama. I feel like too with this team there isn't really much drama going into the season. I don't think anyone's really too upset or pissed off or anything like that. I feel like the guys are, forming a brotherhood of steel. You've got the contracts now signed for Highsmith. You've signed the last rookie contract being JPJ. So all things are moving, which is tomorrow going to be the practice. We have Wednesday, the 26th of July, will be all players report to camp. And then from there, they start practicing, putting on the pads. I think the pads come on next week. I think the first week there's no pads. They might just be running through drills and stuff like that. But they're back at it. They're back at, I think, also I found out too. I found out it's pronounced Latrobe. I think it's called Latrobe. They're back at Latrobe or Latrobe there. So exciting stuff happening. Joe Porter's signed his contract. I'm keen for the season, as you guys know. It's awesome to see things happening. And we have a good group going into camp. And possibly also as a Super Bowl chance group, I think. Like the playoffs around could be around the corner. If the Steelers can win 12 wins, 11 wins, maybe get a wild card, have a chance for the division, this could be a chance that this team could go to the playoffs and go on a run. The skill set is there. Now, also, I wanted to jump into some news too, some news around the league that apparently Benny Snell is trying out for the Raiders. So, no, he's not a Pittsburgh Steeler. I know all off season, I think about 3 or 4, maybe even 5 times, I saw conversations, YouTube videos that Benny Snell was a part of the team. Benny Snell is not part of the team. He's a free agent. So he's working out with the Raiders per SteelersNow.com. So that would be interesting to see him there. If he were to become a Raider, I guess we would verse him in, I think, week 3. And also there's some things going on with Josh Jacobs there. He's kind of like holding out, not happy with his contract. So you could see Benny Snell football in the Las Vegas Raiders gear. I also do have some other news too. Former Steeler Buddy Johnson I found on the internet. And by the way, guys, everything I find, and I go to Twitter. I don't use Twitter. The only reason why I use Twitter is to look up news and articles and stuff like that. So I find everything through Twitter. Oh wait, now it's called something else. It's called X. I don't know what it's called. Elon Musk has changed it. But here it is. Here we have the Bears have signed former Steelers linebacker Buddy Johnson. That's interesting. So we don't play them this year, of course, but they have Claypool over there too. But Buddy Johnson really never worked out. He never worked out for the Steelers. Didn't really carve a role into the team, but they're giving him a shot. Who else do we have here? There's other guys I want to bring up too. There was Deon Cain, a former receiver for the Steelers. He signed with the Philadelphia Eagles. And he played with the Birmingham Stallions last year in the championship game, got 3 TDs. Another bloke, too, was Jace Sternberger. I think he signed with the Bills. He used to be like on our practice squad as a tight end. So a few things happening around, and it shows you how important that the USFL can be to, give these guys another chance. If they don't make the team in the NFL, they get another chance to showcase what they can do, and they can come back to the bigger leagues. So that's that's some positive news coming out of those for those players being Kane and Jay Sternberger. Another one I saw too around the league as well. It's been happening. Like we had such a quiet off season, like quiet July, and then the next minute things are firing. Right. I saw Arthur Millette signed with the Ravens for a 1 year deal. Now I know he ended on bad terms. He asked to be released. He didn't want to be here with the Steelers. He then cursed out the Steelers, and now he's a Raven. Look, I wish him all the luck, but Pickens is going to burn you. I'm not even sure if you're going to make the team, but Arthur Millette is a Raven. Other big news too around the league, man. This might just be a news segment today until we get in the camp. But other big news is apparently just this and this will affect the Steelers, right? So Chargers and Justin Herbert have reached an agreement to a $262 million extension. He's I think the biggest one, the biggest contract, or the newest big contract really. So to 2029 season. And this is what I find crazy. So they signed him to a massive deal. That means they're going to sign Joe Burrow to an even bigger deal. And I hope they do. I hope the Bengals waste all their money on the quarterback. Look, I know they're a good quarterback. Justin Herbert to me is like a maybe an average to good. Burrow is maybe good, near great. But when they're playing the Steelers, I think the Steelers have their number. I think TJ Watt has their number. I think Minka has Burrow's number. So our defense can compete with Burrow. I'm not too worried about it. Let the Bengals waste their money on Joe Burrow. That's about it today, I think. That's about it. So I think I covered everything today. We've got Joey Porter signed. Buddy Johnson's he's signed with the Bears. Benny Snell's trying out with the Raiders. We have Joe Burrow will be next here in the line of quarterbacks to sign probably the biggest deal. Deion Kane is signing with the Eagles. Sternberger with the Bills, former player. The only thing now is, I want to give this a shout out to. The only thing now we have to do is we're one more sleep away. I saw this picture from PorterJr. I think he's a big account or a fan account on Twitter. It says here, how I'm sleeping tonight knowing Joey Porter Jr. is signed and the Steelers camp starts tomorrow. I think that's how we all feel, right? Tucked away in our beds, wearing our Steelers hat. We are ready for tomorrow. We are ready for the process to start to begin, with the players going back to Latrobe and getting amongst it, throwing the football, tackling, going through the drills, everything like that. Play interviews, fan engagement, coach interviews. It all starts tomorrow. Which is training camp. Then we have about 10 days away from the Hall of Fame game. And then about 10 days after that, it's going to be Steelers versus Buccaneers. Anyways, guys, I will try to keep you up to date on things happening, hopefully every day from training camp. So tomorrow is officially the first day they're back. I don't know what they're going to do if they're just checking in, going to their rooms, but I'll try and keep you guys up to date as best I can. Anyways, guys, I'll see you later. As always, you know what? No, do this. Lay down, chill out. It's how we are all sleeping tomorrow as Steeler fans, comfy in our beds, knowing Joey Porter Jr. signed. All right, guys, I'll see you later.